Let me first tell the nation through your show what the government has started already doing, and thereafter I want to make a couple of additional points. So first of all, right on 20th, on the day when the notice was issued to Bharat Jodo Yatra, on that day states were also issued a notice by Rajesh Bhushan, the health secretary. Today you have seen, apart from the earlier review meeting that was done by health minister and by prime minister, today the health minister has called a meeting and done a review with all the state health ministers to re-emphasize on COVID appropriate behavior, on testing, tracking, treating and other things that need to be done, ramping up the infrastructure if required. All of those things, steps have been taken. Apart from that, there is a constant monitoring of this particular substrain and ensuring that genome sequencing is done. Now, apart from that, today itself we have launched the nasal vaccine also for the precautionary dose. Apart from that, let me also tell you that the random sampling at airports has taken place, and in fact I want to congratulate Bengal government. Madam Sushmita Dev perhaps is not aware that Bengal government, Karnataka government, Uttarakhand government, Uttar Pradesh government, various state governments have already taken various steps in early before the center could even tell them. This is because they also feel that the COVID pandemic is not a bahana but it is a reality. But now I have a couple of 2-3 important questions. First important question is that why is it that one parivar puts parivar above protocol? It puts parivar hit above desh hit. And here is a very important picture. This is a picture of Rahul Gandhi with Sukhuji. Now Sukhuji tested, this is of 16 December. 16 December, Rahul Gandhi is hand in hand with Sukhuji. Sukhuji tested positive on 19 December. Navika, what is the first protocol that if you are in contact with a COVID positive person, what you have to do? You have to isolate yourself, test yourself, at the very least wear a mask and then come into the public. I want to first ask from Rahul Gandhi's spokesperson, because I can see 3-4 spokespersons of Rahul Gandhi on this panel, even though past they have left Rahul Gandhi, but they're still spokespersons of Rahul Gandhi. I want to ask them that did Rahul Gandhi isolate himself after coming in contact with a COVID positive patient? This is the first thing that they should have done.
That's a legitimate...
Second, Rahul Gandhi says mask bahana hai. Look, Anand Ranganathan will tell you the vaccine hesitancy Congress had spread. Bachade ka khoon hai, vaccine fake hai, vaccine pe bharosa mat karo. Now they are spreading mask hesitancy. That mask istemal nahi karna hai. Tomorrow, if God forbid Anand and I were to say ki oxygen le lo, oxygen अच्छा है, ये तहसीन पूनावाला नाक बंद करके बैठ जाएगा डिबेट पे. He will stop breathing. This is the kind of Modi विरोध में कोविड विरोध भूल गए हैं ये सारे लोग. Now I want to ask तहसीन पूनावाला, 10 days quarantine किया राहुल गांधी ने अपने आप को?
At least has he got tested? It's a legitimate question, yes. Tehseen Poonawalla. Yes. And like I said, it's not about protecting the BJP. It's about protecting the Congress workers and senior leaders who are in contact with Mr. Gandhi.
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm sure I will be allowed to speak and I won't be interrupted because I also have pictures to show and I won't be interrupted. So I agree with what Ms. Sushmita Dev said. And I always say one phrase on your show which has got very popular. I think I'm going to patent it and get an NFT out of it, Anand. It says, Yohan is either pregnant or not pregnant. You can't be half pregnant. So either there are protocols in place or there are no protocols in place. If there are protocols in place, I have the Constitution of India. Under the protocols, everybody from the most honorable Prime Minister of India to Rahul Gandhi comes underneath it. The date and the photograph Shehzad is showing post that, the photograph. This is the most honorable Prime Minister in a shadi without any mask. Next day he's wearing a mask in Parliament in a shadi with braid. This is the most honorable Prime Minister. This is Ms. Dev will tell you the West Bengal pictures. Their leaders doing rallies out there. This is the most honorable Prime Minister, the most honorable Home Minister. No mask, both of them. So I agree with what Ms. Dev said. Protocols must come in. It must come in for everybody. Now let me put point number 2. As so far as Bharat Jodo is concerned, I am joining Bharat Jodo in January. Some of my friends from Mumbai are coming. And what have we been asked to do? We've been asked to make sure that we have our COVID vaccine certificates, we have our booster certificates, and we'll be COVID tested for the 24 hours before joining the yatra. That's what they've been told to do because these cases are rising. Now my last point, and I would like to end here. On 20th Feb, on 8th Feb 2020, you may check the tapes. I was on Times Now with a colleague of yours. Anand was on that show. Anand was the only one supporting me. On that show, the same BJP spokesperson, then not a BJP spokesperson, was then he was mocking me. He was mocking me because on that show I said COVID is a serious threat, as Rahul Gandhi said. And his exact words on your show were, on your colleague's show, are you making fool out of this country? Are you guys experts? 8th February 2020, Times Now 10 p.m. show. This gentleman was mocking me. COVID came. In the second wave, Miss Sushmita Dev say, hold on. Let me expose. Hold on. In a second way.
Okay, you respond, but Tehseen Poonawalla, the only pointed question that was asked, baki sab theek hai. Only pointed question was, after coming into contact with Mr. Sukku, was there a test or not?
An isolation. I'm saying isolation.
I'm just saying first test.
There was, not only was there a test, let me say one thing
where is
further.
the test report?
Can I,
Where is
if
the
he's going to
negative
talk,
test
I will
report?
leave the show. He's not the anchor. He
No.
cannot
1
interrupt.
second, please. One
And I
second.
will
You
leave.
can, all these
All the time, the only